Hello and welcome to another hour of the podcast. I am here again with yours truthfully True. How you doing, True?
I'm good, man. I'm slightly pissed off, but what else is new?
Yeah, exactly. Why are you pissed off, man? Tell us about that.
Alright, so I was at campus today, VSU.
Yeah.
And I missed a bunch of people stomping on the American flag.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
Yeah. No, I was like, because there was like a big crowd and the VSU cops were there, and I'm like, what the hell? And so I asked people, and they're like, yeah, apparently people were stomping on the flag, and I'm like, why? Because they're oppressed, and I'm like,
who said that?
Just someone I was talking to, and that was the apparent reason for doing it. And I was like, they're not oppressed anymore, so yeah.
Yeah, I saw on Facebook. That was these black teenagers, or I guess adults, stepping on the flag.
Fucking disrespectful as hell is what they were doing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for expressing your thoughts and beliefs, but I don't know. I'm not in the military, so I can't speak for that behalf. But
that's why it kind of offended me so much.
Yeah, but I mean, yes, you can express your thoughts and whatever you want to. But if you're going to express your thoughts, from what I understand, because I heard from multiple people, like that, their arguments were very weak.
They were extremely.
Yeah, I saw it on Facebook on VSU Confessions, and if you're gonna do that, have a strong argument. Don't do it blindly and stupidly as they did. From what I've heard, I've saw those teenagers out there yesterday talking about how GMOs are bad, which are not bad for you. Just stupid.
No, they actually help.
Well, GMOs are what feed the world. It wasn't for GMOs to grow everything naturally, and you can't feed 7 billion people by natural growing. And it's all this false science on what GMOs are based on.
Exactly. Well, that and one thing, they were like 400 years of slavery is why America's number one, and I'm like, America's definitely not number one.
No, not number one in economics nor in education.
No, you want to know what the top 3 things America are actually
gun production.
No. We are number 1 in crime. Was it arrest rate per capita?
Yeah.
Something else.
Incarceration.
Yeah, it's the incarceration rate in that one. And then the number of grown adults that believe angels are real. Those are the only top 3 things that America is number 1 in.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
Well, and of course, all of them are religious, and so that never struck a vein. And I'm like, well, really?
It's crazy, man. We hear news reporters talking about how we're a Christian nation. We're not a Christian nation. We're a nation of different peoples from different nations and ideologies and creeds and everything, dude.
Speaking of that, one of the things, why did the Jews come here? To escape persecution for religious freedom. Okay, and to escape persecution. And why did these people come here? Religious freedom. That's also why Europeans came here. Yeah. So. What is the point you're trying to make?
Not just because, it doesn't mean it's good. I mean, religion has put science back hundreds of years, probably.
Yeah. It has. That's what the fucking Dark Ages were from.
The Vatican, threw Galileo in jail, burnt books that were seen as, atrocities to the church. They wanted to keep people closed-minded because, people finding out why things work is, an abomination.
Yeah,
God.
Apparently. Yeah. Well, okay, so I don't understand, all of them were, deeply religious. And, so you support a Bible that in the book of Leviticus, it says stone a man to death if he's gay.
Yeah.
And also, if you get divorced, you're supposed to stone your wife to death.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man.
So you're telling me that is more righteous, and you support this God, even though you claim everyone in America is racist.
Exactly. Yeah. It's fucking stupid, dude. Like with the Bible, for example, it's fucking insane that we still hold on to those beliefs when they're 2,000 years old, and the reason I think why books holy books like that, like the Quran, the Bible,
the
Torah, any religion, any book of creation. The reason why it was created is because people didn't know why things happen. Mm-hmm. People didn't know why there was lightning.
It was to explain the unexplainable.
It was explained the explainable, and it's insane now that we're in this day and age where we know how atoms work and how far the farthest galaxy is in the universe, and we still hold on to these beliefs, these ancient beliefs.
I understand religion.
Mm-hmm.
Not okay. Well, one of my favorite quotes by Gandhi is that I like your Christ, but I don't like your Christians because your Christians are so unlike Christ.
Yeah, they fucking kill people.
Well, that and like almost no one goes by the teachings of Christ anymore.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just insane to me.
It's Fox News.
Yeah, Fox News.
Yeah.
But like, what it is I actually understand. It's basically, something has to be out there.
Right,
Something
right.
has to give us purpose.
Right.
I understand that concept, and trying to find the good in people, find the good in humanity. I understand that purpose of religion, but to take any religious text seriously, literally, is beyond stupid.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if it makes you feel happier, if it's to explain, where a lost loved one went, then by all means and purposes, look for religion. But if you're gonna spread around hate, lies, and you're gonna, kill people in the name of your God, then go fuck yourself.
One thing that one of those guys mentioned is, I was like, "Where were you born?" And he was like, "Atlanta, Georgia," and I was like, "Okay, so you yourself never experienced slavery," and apparently that. They're just like, you can't bring that up. I was like, yes I can. You're demanding respirations or whatever. You're basically saying that you yourself experienced slavery because your forefathers experienced. That's not true at all. You don't know shit about it. You know exactly what we know, that it was bad. And even then, you can't blame every white person for slavery. Otherwise, it would have never been abolished.
It's a thing called, a lot of people now believe that every white person is the devil. And this is mostly leaned towards African Americans. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's maybe it's extremist Black Panthers or just racism against white people. But I feel like because of recent events such as cop killings and movies such as Django Unchained and things like that. Not saying that that's bad, but
it's an amazing movie.
But because of that, I feel like that's just feeding fuel to the to the engine.
Right.
Is all this hate towards white people when not all white people. No one alive today owns slaves. And it's just this constant hate because of their white and what they did. It's white guilt. It's just pushing that white guilt towards people.
And it still makes no sense.
People should be aware of what happened in history, but you shouldn't have to, hate a group of people because of what their ancestors did.
Yeah, because otherwise, we'd all hate Nazis. Oh, wait, we still do hate Nazis.
Yeah.
Anyway, if anyone deserves any kind of, retribution, not money, but, at least respect.
Yeah. It should be the Native Americans.
The Native Americans and the Japanese in World War II for internment camps.
Oh, they get reparation checks, though.
Yeah, they do. But they were there. They actually experienced being in that situation.
Yeah.
Their homes were lost. And it's just, we don't pay, a Jew that was born yesterday that same thing because he didn't have an experience.
Right. It's fucked up a Supreme Court upheld that decision of putting because every Japanese person wanted to attack America. There weren't good working people here.
Yeah, no, and that's why they left. When people first came to this country, it was to make lives better. Like World War II, pre-World War II.
Yeah.
Anytime a group of people came to this country, they learned American culture. I can't say European culture because we don't have European culture.
Right.
We actually do have a specific culture. Granted, most of it's borrowed, but it's from different groups and kind of just thrown together. But immigrants would learn this thing, and they worked hard, and they made something of themselves.
Right.
People who are born in this country and demand and basically say that they don't have that are fucking full of shit.
Exactly.
I
agree with you.
It's ridiculous. Well, okay, and one thing how did black people get into slavery? I was like. War leaders in Africa, enslaved other black people and sold them.
Slavery has been going on since the beginning of human history.
Well, there was a chick who went off on me. She's like, that's a bold damn lie. They were tricked into slavery. They were supposed to be indentured servants. And I'm like, no, that's not true at all.
There wasn't just slavery in America. There was slavery in South America and the Caribbean because of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar is one of those things that's not talked about in history, but sugar is a drug, in my opinion. It has the same effects.
It's a fantastic drug.
It is a fantastic drug. It has the same effects in the brain as does cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
And a big part of slavery too and Native Americans were enslaved too by the Spanish.
But the thing
it was because of sugar and people people just anchor down to the white man, holding blacks as slaves, and that's I'm not saying I'm not saying that we shouldn't learn that, but I'm saying
you shouldn't hate them for that.
You shouldn't hate a group of people for that. As I just said like 5 minutes ago, like you hating what their ancestors did. These people have nothing to do with that.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Just people are cool. Just don't be a dick, dude.
Also, one thing, like, basically, one point that I made in this entire argument was that I don't identify myself as white or Hispanic.
Right.
Because I don't know anything about that heritage, and I did grow up in a white society. But I don't consider myself white either. I consider myself American because of where the fuck I was born.
Exactly.
And they're like, you're a minority. No, I'm not, because I choose not to believe I'm a minority.
Yeah.
Like, I choose to do what I do. I don't blame other people for my faults. My skin color
Accept responsibility for yourself.
Exactly, God damn it. Accept your own fucking responsibility. If oppression was a real thing, segregation would still be here.
This podcast is brought to you by liberals. This podcast is brought to you by...
Well, not liberals. People against fucking stupidity.
Yeah. And psychiatrists.
And I'm a psychology major, so it's just one of the things that just pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah, man. No, I understand that, dude. I wasn't there, unfortunately. I mean, I saw on social media. I mean, social media pictures now spread like herpes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then again, like, I guarantee these videos are gonna get uploaded, and I'm gonna get a lot of shit from them.
But you should. I mean, if it does happen, defend what you believe in. Don't be a coward.
Because I do. Like, okay, well,
don't shy away.
One thing that I know is gonna show up that I don't believe at all is like I just wanted to piss these fuckers off because they were pissing me off.
This is on the record, by the way.
Yes.
This is on the.
If you watch these videos, you'll see where I blatantly, no, there's no such thing as a wage gap. Okay, first off, yes, there is a wage gap. But and like the entire crowd explodes and it's
how many people were there?
Oh, Jesus, I don't know, like 20 maybe.
Just on you?
Yeah, well, I mean, I walked in and like I had other people like come in with me and agree with me, but it was like 2 against the crowd. And there was this one white guy behind me that was agreeing with the black people, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
It's not because they're black people.
No, I mean like...
Hold on. Just gotta drink his beer really quick.
But, okay, so there has to be a wage gap. Because people are gonna make money.
People are gonna make more than others. It's called social Darwinism, people.
Exactly. And, like, it's a cutthroat fucking game. Nothing in life is truly fair. Unless it's regulated by the government.
Life is fair. You know why? Because it's unfair to everyone.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. And so, yes, there are people who are going to make billions of dollars,
exactly.
And there are people who are going to get paid to sweep the streets.
It's because people are fucking lazy, dude.
Exactly.
I mean, okay, granted, my parents included, and countless other people's parents did not have the opportunities to go to school like we do.
Exactly.
However, there is that group of people who chose not to go to school, who chose to make
people who still
make
do
petty
that.
money, and now work in fast food chains or wherever the fuck it is, a dead end job, okay?
And they blame society.
Yeah, instead of accepting responsibility, going to school, fucking getting a degree, making money, and just that's it, dude. It's not hard.
No, okay, look.
Unless you have kids or a wife, then I mean, kids, yeah, but a wife, no. I mean. It's not fucking hard. Just go to school. Do good in school. God damn it. Is that?
And they act like their life is just so hard. Okay, look.
It's unfair to me because, pity me. I'm this one guy who's working at a dead end job, not making any progress.
Well, no. Even the guys in school, they think their lives are so fucking bad. One, I had to take a year out of school because I was kicked out of my fucking house. My house that I rented burned down. I had 3 fucking cars completely fucking total on me. One might have been my fault. The other, the engine blew up. The other was taken out by a tornado. My other apartment was destroyed by a fucking tornado. If anyone has the right to fucking bitch, moan, and fucking complain, hell, I'd say it's fucking me.
The
thing is, I don't. I'm a member. I am a Marine Reserve.
It's because he's a man. That's why.
Yeah, I own up to my fucking responsibility. If shit goes wrong, I fucking fix it. I don't hand my goddamn hand out and be like, you should pay reparations for me. Fuck that. Jesus.
And on that note, we'll end the podcast.
No, it's just fucking stupid. That's all it is.
No, dude, I completely agree with you.
And, you know, like, yes, I'm here because I get FAFSA and I get the Pell Grant.
Bro, I'm paying for my own fucking school.
Exactly.
I'm paying for my own fucking school. Don't come to me.
freshman-
Don't come to me and bitch. Dude, my dad was homeless for 15 fucking years. He came here when he was 15, homeless for the majority of his life. Got my brother and my mom to cross the border. Got a job, made money, and
came here legally.
Yeah, and then where I am now is because of that man. And my mother too, for getting a job, being honest people, having the balls to step up, man.
Yeah, and I work my way through college.
Don't be a bitch and just point the finger at someone.
Exactly.
Dude.
I've never been on welfare. I've never had any type of government assistance.
I almost got evicted 3 times because of the Great Recession.
But I mean, I work my way through school, so don't tell me that oppression exists. Don't tell me that it is a racial thing, because it's not. Yeah. It is really not. You have the same goddamn opportunities that I have. Yes, apparently there's a rash of racist cops. Okay, first off, that's even bullshit, because, I guarantee it's been happening, not just to white people, but I guarantee it's also been happening to every fucking minority, and even some white people.
Yeah, life's unfair, dude. Life is unfair. It's not a fucking fairy tale.
I mean,
deal with it, dude.
Remember the cop that was here, 6 years ago? He shot someone's dog.
No,
the dog wasn't black. The dog wasn't white. It was a dog.
I don't know, man.
But no, the cop shot the dog because the cop perceived it as a threat.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about in the last podcast about adrenaline, cops shooting people. I mean. No one knows what happens at that time. It's only in the brain,
Yeah, but I mean, just saying. I mean, the fact that you keep blaming oppression is what keeps racism alive.
Exactly.
Racism
is not taught. It's not. You teach racism.
You do.
Yeah.
I fully fucking agree with that. Yeah. You teach racism, and I mean, you have these places that are still solely black, and it's honest to God reverse racism. Like you are learned to hate white people. And you learn it.
Yeah, that's where I think that comes from. That's all this bullshit that's happening right now with the constant hate towards the white man.
It's stupid.
And I'm the minority, and I'm the one saying this. I'm the minority. I'm the one.
Apparently to that crowd, I'm a minority, and I don't fucking see it. I don't, because I choose not to fucking degrade myself.
Don't those cunts get to you?
it pisses me off, and man, fuck those guys.
Yeah. We're only 17 minutes in this podcast.
I'm already fucking
We're only 17 minutes in this podcast, man. 17 minutes. Jesus. Alright. Yeah.
But it's just,
I better have a beer, dude. I need a beer.
Yeah, I'll grab one.
Grab one for me and one for you. Here, can you open it right there? Oh, no, just leave it there. Like, done with this one.
But, it's stupid shit like that. And, back to the wage gap thing. Basically,
back to something I rambled about 5 minutes ago.
I got to.
Yeah.
But, you can't blame everything. Okay, so, you can't make the exact same amount of money as everyone else. There have to be people on top and there have to be people on bottom. Otherwise, it's communism. Oh shit! And what are we against? Communism. And the reason that's bad is because no matter how hard
my mommy said it was.
Yeah. No matter how hard you try and work in life and
keep the desire, right?
Exactly.
I can Lincoln Park, dog. I can Lincoln Park.
No matter how hard you work and try and improve your life, you're never gonna get anywhere. You're gonna be the same fucking shit person that they think you are.
You know what? Yeah.
And even if you are a shitbag.
Yeah.
You do nothing the rest of your goddamn life.
So jerk off.
You make the same amount of money as the person who's working his goddamn ass off.
Right. Speaking of making, you not meaning shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching Cosmos a little earlier, man, and listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson talk about the universe. It's like, wow, everything that I do is just futile. Everything that I do is just all this podcast shit, learning. It's in the grand scheme of things. That doesn't mean shit, man. That's what scares me the most. Uncertainty.
I don't know.
That's just me, man. I don't know.
And it's one of the things they asked me is what do you believe in? And I was like, I don't. Because I don't trust science.
You don't trust science? Why?
I don't, even science makes mistakes.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
But that's why we improve as science.
Exactly.
We learn from our mistakes, and there's nothing bad about
Making mistakes.
not knowing something and making mistakes.
Well, if you don't know something, admit you don't know that something.
Then you're
don't be a
ignorant.
fucking shitbag.
Yeah, but
spread lies.
Well,
and
for
shit.
me, science doesn't do that. I read a lot of prestigious articles. That doesn't sound pretentious, right, assholes? That's not pretentious, right? But like a lot of good sources, and sometimes the articles are like, we don't know what the fuck this means.
Exactly. And
Socrates said the path to wisdom. No, fuck, how did I go again? Jesus Christ, I just butchered that.
No.
Fuck, go on. Something about the path to wisdom. How's that go again?
But I mean, at least you know. But science is at least more stable.
Right.
At least it's what was it? Science basically, if they don't know, or they will create a theory and then spend their entire lives trying to debunk this theory. What religion does is they say it's fact and then kill you if you go against what they say.
Yeah.
That's what religion is. And so I don't believe in anything. I don't.
But science is concrete. Socrates said ignorance is not the path to wisdom. Something like that.
No, I like science. I do. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to take everything they say
as cold hard facts.
exactly.
Like what exactly? Do you have any examples specifically?
Okay, shit. Remember that debate years ago where Pluto was a planet or not?
Right.
Right. They were like, Pluto's not a planet. And I'm like, of course it's a fucking planet. It's a fucking huge ass rock in the middle of the goddamn...
It has moons, but I don't know what constitutes a dwarf planet. I don't know
what constitutes a planet, period.
In my opinion, is a rock in the fucking universe.
That orbits the fucking sun.
A sun or a body. But
Right.
what about planets that don't have suns? Those do exist, though.
Yeah,
Are they still planets?
I don't think Mercury has a planet, does it? Or a moon, does it?
A moon?
Yeah, moon.
No, but I'm saying there's some planets that don't orbit stars. They're called road planets.
Exactly, but
But
they're
would
still
you
out
consider that a planet, though, as an orbit a sun?
there. I probably wouldn't. I would just consider it, a rubber rock that's in the universe.
But what has an atmosphere? It could have an atmosphere.
I mean, if it
it could
has
have the
an
components of a planet, like an atmosphere, ice, maybe weather.
Yeah, but then again, if it doesn't orbit a sun, it doesn't have day or night. It's just constantly night.
So you consider that a planet?
I would not consider it a planet.
What'd you consider a truism? Like a truism?
No, I would just consider it
A rock?
A rock.
Yeah, Pluto I consider a planet, man. I was taught as a kid Pluto's a planet. It orbits its fucking sun. It has like 4 moons.
But
It's
then
like
again, science, and then they went back and they changed it, and even then, science.
Wait, they changed it again?
Yeah, Pluto's a planet again.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, Pluto's a planet.
Jesus.
But even science makes mistakes. I don't every time something new comes out, I don't take it as cold hard fact. I'm a little skeptical at first.
Well, you should always question
Exactly.
authority.
Well, not just authority, but knowledge itself.
Well, that's coming from authority.
Because at one point in time, what is it, phenology or phenonology or something like that?
We're talking about.
All right, so okay, you mentioned seeing Django earlier.
Huh?
It's actually mentioned in Django. Remember the scene where he?
Oh
crushed-
yeah, the bones. Yeah,
that's
right.
basically what that is at one point in time, people believe that by feeling your skull, they could tell everything about your personality. Like who you
But that's
are.
pseudoscience, right?
It's technically pseudoscience. It's complete and utter fucking bullshit.
Okay.
Same thing as, astrology, palm reading, just general stuff like that.
Yeah, Christianity.
Yeah. Wait,
All religions.
every now and again, I will read, the, what is it?
Book of the Dead.
No, not the fucking book. What's the thing in the newspaper where it's got your sign and
Zodiac.
Yeah, I'll read the Zodiac.
This is the
Because
Zodiac
it's
speaking.
entertaining.
This is the Zodiac.
Because it's fucking entertaining. I don't, honest to God, believe my fate can be
No, the
fucking
future.
be told by balls of fire.
The future is uncertain, man. You
Fucking
can't tell the
bullshit.
future. Yeah, I don't believe any of that bullshit. I like watching Bigfoot shows though, so I guess the hypocrisy comes from there. But listen, I like my daily dose of bullshit. All right.
Yeah.
I am a hardcore. I love articles. I love science. I love reading about just knowledge, man. I love reading about that shit. I love knowing more about my world. But at the same time, I like reading about stupid shit too, like Bigfoot. Dude, it's funny and I like it. It's my guilty pleasure. I watch all those monster shows on Netflix. I watch all of them. I love like Monster Quest, my favorite fucking show. And shout out to History Channel.
Yeah, it's just like B movies,
Exactly.
They're the greatest thing on the planet.
Because they make you laugh, and it's like, oh, it's still that sense of like,
You know, these guys.
The unknown, you know.
Exactly.
It's like maybe that could exist. People place Bigfoot the same category as aliens. Aliens do exist, man. Just because we haven't seen them doesn't mean they don't exist.
Yeah. But I mean,
recently I saw an article on the Huffington Post that scientists scanned over 100,000 galaxies for radio emissions, and guess what? They found fucking nothing. And they're like, oh shit, we might actually be alone. And then they also scanned our own galaxy, and it's like, and there's a theory called the rare Earth theory that if...
Well, I mean, think about it this way.
Yeah.
Who says aliens have to transmit radio signals?
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
That is true, yeah.
So if you're scanning for one thing and you don't find it, that doesn't mean you're fucking alone.
They could transmit telepathically or in some other crazy fucking way, man.
That we've never even
we're just doing it because higher beings like us have to use radio signals.
Exactly.
Of course, they have to use radio signals.
And it's funny because we want to make contact. I'm sorry, but if, intelligent beings that travel millions of miles through the galaxy, trillions of miles through the fucking galaxy, and we think they're gonna come here in peace. No, they're gonna enslave our fucking asses. It's gonna be like the Europeans and the Native Americans.
Stephen Hawking actually said that. Stephen Hawking's actually like very cautious. He said, I don't know the exact quotations, but it goes along like this. He's like, if we, just like you said just now, if we make contact with extraterrestrials, it's gonna be like Columbus landing in the Americas. It's not, and then it end well for the natives.
No fucking shit.
And that could be because they enslave us. They have different bacteria, viruses,
and
pathogens.
They
can kill us. Yeah, but
they can just kill us for our resources.
I like the idea of contacting another species.
I mean, it's fucking fantastic.
I love the idea. Like every now and then, like when I lay in bed or fucking like just walking out and look at the stars. Like I think, what if Mars like. What if the atmosphere didn't die? What if Mars had life? Because there's water there. There was water there. There could have been life there. Like, what if Mars did develop life? Imagine how radical the world would have been. There's 2 planets with life. Imagine like,
going to see your aunt on Mars like in 3
No,
days.
but like I'm talking about like if just for the fucking sake of argument, if Earth and Mars developed at exactly the same but different creatures, obviously different planets, and both have intelligent life like ours. Imagine how radical it would be. I wonder
we would be at war with Mars instead of Iraq.
Yeah, like imagine how that would be. Our morals would be different. Our teachings would be different. We would place ourselves in a more important place in the universe. Like what there is life. We wouldn't rely so much on religion and other ancient teachings. That's me. I don't know. Well, I think we will understand our place in the universe a lot more.
What if we come into contact with a life form that has, completely mastered fucking space travel, but has not mastered, I don't know, fucking Facebook? Just, it's something that, or like modern medicine. Like, they're still relying on ancient fucking techniques, and they've never advanced it.
Yeah, but at the same time as I say that, I think if we were where we are right now, and if they were where the Native Americans were, it would just be a genocide of an entire planet.
Honest to God, it would be Independence Day.
Yeah, it would. I mean, and it'll be scary, but people are just fucking greedy, dude. That's all it just kind of boils down to. People just want fucking oil and shit.
That's exactly what it is. I don't know.
I like the idea of contacting an extraterrestrial being.
Yeah. Instead of, blaming other people for your own fucking I'm going to bring that up. It pisses me off just that goddamn much.
Would you ever date an alien, man?
How hot's the alien?
I mean, it's not a humanoid. I mean, it's humanoid, but it's not it's not an ape. It's like some, like, a District 9 alien.
Oh, hell no, not a chance in hell.
What if it's hot?
What if it pisses in my mouth?
That's the first thing you go to. What if it pisses in my mouth?
What if it's got a completely different anatomy? And I think one thing's a sex organ.
As a spike.
Yeah, it's fucking like cheese grate vagina.
Jesus fucking
exactly.
Christ.
Now you're gonna think twice about it, aren't you?
Okay, so here's what's always bugged me about shit like that, man. Because I consider mermaids aliens. Kind of like Aquaman.
Mermaids are more like, Bigfoot to me.
Okay, which I've always questioned this. You hear stories of mermaids and sailors falling in love with the serenities of the mermaids. And they fuck the mermaids. That's what happened with mermaids. But I've always thought, it's woman up and fish down. So you're having sex technically with a fish.
Yeah, but even fish have to shit, so there's a hole there. So.
But it's but it's borderline bestiality.
I mean, Seattle's the bestiality capital of the world.
What was?
Seattle, Washington.
Oh yeah, Mr. Hands was there.
Yeah, it's the fucking bestiality capital of the world, man.
I mean, different stuff for different folks, man. I mean,
sailor. What's the modern day saying for the Navy? 100 sailors leave, 50 couples come back. It's a whole.
Is that true?
No, that's not fucking true. It's just saying to make fun of the Navy. I'm not saying that every sailor is gay, but
Oh, wait, why is that? That
What?
perpetual rumor that every Navy guy fucks each other. Like,
okay, so
because you're trapped in a boat for like years.
No,
Maybe-
not years.
But
At
what?
max, like 6 months.
But still, you get kind of lonely in there.
6 months without sex. 6 months without another human intimate contact.
There's a lot of dudes there, so it's
There's a
like
lot of goddamn dudes. Some of them dudes might be pretty. I don't know.
they might have an 8-pack. They might have it. Might be like Kimball.
Some of them might have a soft face. It's just basically we just say it to make fun of the Navy. That's all it is. But some of them might actually be gay.
Puddle
Don't know.
pirates. Puddle pirates.
That's the Coast Guard.
Why are they called puddle pirates?
Because they have an extension cord and they can't leave so far without home. That's basically it. And they travel the rivers of America and they travel the shores of America. They never really go into deep water.
Why?
The point of the Coast Guard is basically, to guard the coast.
Oh,
and, that's the whole point. So that's why they never really travel into deep ocean.
They travel the rivers of America.
Yeah, they travel the rivers and the shallow coast. That's why they're called the puddle pirates.
Puddle pirates. It's fucking funny. Oh shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking acronyms for them.
This is not fucking accurate.
Yeah, generally, I saw this video.
Oh my god, that's funny.
When the Air Force drill
The
instructor.
Chair Force.
He's like, the Army or the Air Force has the most strictest PT standards, and then it cuts to Anderson Cooper, and he's just fucking dying laughing. It's like the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I love Anderson Cooper's laugh. It's the cutest thing. I'm sorry. It's like, he laughs so fucking funny.
Well, okay, so honest to God, I respect every service member that wears a uniform. I'm gonna make fun of them just because that's the point. You're supposed to track.
There's not that one asshole out there.
Yeah,
Is that the one?
You're gonna, because eventually that person might save your life. I don't care if it is a puddle pirate. He might drag my ass out of the ocean. I don't know. But
Drew's lifeless body. Drew's lifeless.
You gotta respect every man and woman in uniform. And
yeah, people don't respect that. Yeah, people don't. I mean, people see war movies. No one understands war until you're fucking actually in war. So people always criticize the army until you're actually in war and someone's saving you. And there's a saying, there's no atheists in the foxholes. And shit. If you're in a foxhole getting shot at, you're gonna be praying to God or something.
You're brainless, any goddamn thing. But basically, once. This comes from, everything I've ever been told. Granted, I've never experienced war. I hope to God I never actually have to. If my time comes where I have to go
fucking
fight, I will
18-year-old.
go fight.
Yeah, that's what tears me up, man. It's kids, 18-year-olds.
But
waking up to gunshots, man.
Yeah, and people say, our military is the worst thing on the planet. When you're in a war zone, you're not fighting for
But that fucks with you, bro.
What you're fighting for is the man to your left and your right. You're fighting so that guy can go home. To his family. And you're not fighting for the fuckers that are trying to take oil, the fucking 1% of America.
I mean, but think about it too. I mean, one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. Mm-hmm. You gotta put that in perspective too, man.
And I completely understand that.
You don't know who you shoot, dude. That's someone's dad who's broke as fuck. Some people tell him, hey, if you join our clan, we can pay you money for smuggling. And no one ever understands that perspective. I believe. I'm not shitting on what you on what you just said, but I'm saying too, is that no one understands that perspective. But when you're in war, you can't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Because
it all goes out the window.
You cannot lay down your arms because you don't know if that person's going to shoot you, and then you just left your wife and your child.
Darwinism is a powerful thing.
Yeah, it is.
Darwinism is a powerful.
I mean. That's why I prefer to go. Honest to God, it's an empty bottle.
Can you pick it up?
Yeah, I got it. Okay, so
hold on, let me get a hold on, people, hold on.
Yeah. Anyway, here I got it.
No, but put it back. Put it in the back.
Okay.
This broadcast brought to you by Sham Wows everywhere. Church just spilled his beer.
Church not spilled beer. There's you know that little bit of fucking saliva and shit that's in the bottom.
Oh, backwash.
Anyway, you know, Gandhi, I will bring him up so fucking much just because I respect him a lot. Whenever
I'm not ignoring you, by the way.
No, you're texting. I understand. But,
no, I'm another appointment for a podcast.
Oh, okay.
But keep talking, please.
So, like, you know, Gandhi, he believed that nonviolence was the most powerful thing on the planet, in which it is.
Right.
But, you know, he wrote a letter to Hitler.
Gandhi hated black people too, and had a lot of wives, man. It's not a common.
Okay. Anyway, Gandhi wrote
that's a known fact. I mean, if we're gonna talk about Gandhi, you gotta also address the other issues.
yeah, you know the things of the darker side of Gandhi. Anyway,
yeah, the darker side.
He actually wrote a letter to Hitler, you know, and addressed him as a human being. You know, that's a powerful fucking thing.
It's like when the Pope pardoned that shooter, Pope John Paul II, when he was gonna assassinate, he pardoned that guy. That's a powerful fucking shit, dude.
It is, and what it is, you know, and then even Gandhi said that, you know, if Hitler didn't stop, we should stop him. And it comes to the point where sometimes nonviolence doesn't work, and you have to take a stand.
Right. Yeah.
And that's why, you know, and one of the things they were, oh my god, I'm going back to that fucking asshole, and I fucking, I gotta go back to it. Okay, so he's like, we spend this goddamn amount of money on, you know, national defense. And I'm like, you have to. And he's
you gotta protect our nation's
exactly,
borders,
because if we get rid of the military, there's so many countries that do not like the way America does things. They will fuck our world up.
But there's a reason why they don't like. Why do you think other countries? Please don't spill that on that fucking thing. I'll kill you. Please don't spill.
Anyway, as you're saying,
there's a reason why countries don't like us, and what do you think those reasons are, True? Like on it, like when you're bombing people with drones, man, you don't know who you're bombing, dog.
Yeah, exactly.
You're killing someone's family. I mean, you're gonna be. I mean, someone killed your granddaddy or your dad, anyone to you. I mean, you're gonna be fucking pissed. You're not gonna forget that. Oh, you killed my parents. I'm gonna fucking kill you too. I have revenge, and that's what people don't understand. People just believe that. Oh, they hate America because we're American. We're number one. We got the biggest dicks on the block. No, it's not it, dude. You're fucking killing other people's family, friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever the fuck it is. You're killing them, and there's a reason why they hate us. Because of some perpetual need for a resource, whatever it may be, whether it be heroin in Afghanistan, which is triple since we've been in Afghanistan, and oil, minerals, anything it may be, you know. That's what I feel. That's what people don't understand, man. People are just constantly brainwashed by the U.S. media. People need to understand the other side of it. One
of the things that fucker was talking about is he's like, we should take some of that money and feed the world, and I'm like, you can't feed the fucking world.
Unfortunately, it's not possible. Okay, it sounds shitty, but it's not. I mean,
even then, hunger is not the number one thing we're worried about.
It's climate change we're fucking worried about right now. For me, that's the number one thing we need to focus on. Like,
okay, but you've got so many goddamn different things that you can't just focus so much
on
effort
one spot, and it's gonna help everything.
Exactly. You can't fix world hunger. You can't fix the drought problem. You can't fix just so much different shit. And that's what people don't understand is, yeah, we have a $300 billion military budget.
Right.
But even then, our military does good. Remember when Haiti had a hurricane? But I think it was Bush. I'm not sure which.
George Bush does not care about black people.
Shut up. He does. Anyway, no, and he was mocked because when France, they sent so much aid. And English, they sent so much aid.
They're still recovering from that.
George Bush sent 2 aircraft carriers. That's all he sent. But think about.
Oh my god!
But
here's 2 AC-130s.
No, but think about like how much those aircraft carriers can actually do. Both of them are nuclear powered. They can actually supply the entire country of Haiti with power. They have 2 full-time kitchens.
Politicians are bought, man, by oil companies. We're never gonna have renewable energy.
I'm not saying it's just renewable energy.
No, I know, but I'm just bringing that up.
Those 2 aircraft carriers did more good for the country of Haiti than any of the other countries did combined. So I mean, I'm just saying.
That's a powerful statement, Drew. It's a powerful.
It is. It's something that people they always take for granted. I mean, America's not the greatest country on the planet.
It's not. I'll tell you
I mean, we have so much wrong with this country, but then again, you should still be grateful that you live here.
Oh yeah. Now you don't have a militia saying that if you don't shit.
I mean,
if you don't escape, you're going to chop your.
You weren't born in Somalia. You weren't born in a
Ethiopia.
number of third world countries where you're probably
Mexico.
Yeah.
You know ISIS is in Mexico now?
ISIS is in Mexico.
They're in Mexico now.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right.
And they're being smuggled to America. They said if they're in Mexico, they're already here. That's creepy, dude.
Well, I mean, it was kind of funny because
ISIS?
No.
Son of a bitch.
Back in I don't know, it was a couple of months
that's
ago.
true.
Back a couple. I think I've already said it, but
Hold that.
my branch of service is Marine Corps, so I don't know if I've ever actually mentioned that, but I'm a reservist. I'm a shitbag. And back in like September, ISIS made a threat that they were going to kill every fucking Marine and every Marine's family, and it was funny because a lot of the guys who were single were like, "Yo, bring that shit. We will fuck some shit up," and it's just a Marine Corps attitude. But a lot of the guys who were married were like, they were calling their wives, and they were like, "Hey, you should take some shit off." All right, and like take some of the Marine stuff down, and basically it was you've got shit to protect. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I goddamn.
That's Drew's 5 seconds worth right there of the Marine Corps. I unfortunately cannot understand what he's talking about. I cannot.
I mean. You don't have to serve in the military. You don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I do it for my own personal reasons. I don't love this country to the point of I want to die for it. I just have my own personal guilty reasons.
No, I mean, it's your drive. That's what you do for your country that provides so much for you.
Yeah.
And you should.
And it's just, and like after I graduate here at VSU, I'm going active duty. That's just so I can actually, not be a reservist anymore and actually do a part.
Right.
And if I get deployed, I get deployed. It happens all the time. So.
I have a nice, beautiful Arab woman, man. There's a lot of beautiful Arab girls.
My girlfriend would probably murder me. So.
There's a lot of. She listens to this podcast.
She actually does.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh shit!
I convinced her to listen to this podcast.
Does she like it?
As far as I know, yeah, she does. Because I get made fun of on here occasionally, thanks to you. Appreciate that, by the way.
That's the other person too. Who shall my name listen to this podcast?
Is they're all fucking assholes.
All right.
Yeah. It's just back to the whole. I'm going goddamn back to it again.
Oh man. Well, this is a good time to end the podcast. We can start part 2 later if you want. We're 42 minutes in, man.
Goddamn, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right.
Take a break.
No, we'll just go ahead and end the podcast. We'll do like a part 5 later on. We'll get some beers and just.
We can do part 5 like.
Yeah, we can do. Let's take a break.
Yeah. We'll take a break, people. Part 5 is coming out, hopefully within the next hour. This is episode 4. I will have the lovely Adriana Taylor tomorrow, hopefully. She's supposed to come on today at 6, but she has succumbed to an illness. She is the leader of SAVE, and her boyfriend Zach Andrews will be on too with her. Also the vice president of SAVE, Student Against Violating the Environment. I will have the lovely Ashley Watkins, who is promoting Art by the Water, which will be held on April 25th to the 26th. That's next week, people. There will be live music, food, vendors. She'll be here Sunday to promote her work. And we'll have on True also later today and within the next hour. So tune in. Love you, 60 bitches. Bye. Mwah!